I think that's done. Let's double check. It's not working. Are we live? Sign out of this, hold on. Let me know if we are live. It says we're live, 44 seconds. So yeah, if you are tuning in, welcome. Apparently we're live. I'm just going to double check. I'm no good at this sort of stuff, honestly. Right, hold on. It's a random live stream. I've got a few bits I just want to go through. I'm going to clean them up as well from a few different occasions, to be fair. Not all from one haul, if you like, one trip. Some of the stuff that's in that crate over there, which I could go through, I suppose, that's a pile that I'm sorting out for Sarah. So that's for her to start listing. But I want to show you just a couple. Oh, it is. There we go. Oh, shit. Turn it down. There we go. There we go. I'm just here. There we go, and it sounds all right. There we go, nice. Okay, so yeah, a few little pickups. Hope everyone's good though. Now that I'm over live, camera's there, not there. I had to move it around. It's a bit of a shit state at the minute. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, hope you're good. Hope you're well. I did get a few little pickups, and I wanted to show them. I wanted to put them on a video, but if I wait until I actually edit a video, it's going to be a bloody long time. I'm quite behind on my editing. As you know, if you know me, then you will be fully aware of that. But yeah, I just wanted to go for a couple of pickups because these can feature on a later video. But I was in the charity shop, was it yesterday? Might have even been 2 days ago. I'm in the charity shops a lot, as are many of you folk out there that resell especially. But even if you don't resell, maybe you find yourself in the charity shops. But if you don't know me and you are new and you're just tuning into this live stream, I used to consider myself as a part-time reseller. I then forgot about the reseller bit and just thought, you know, hoard, just collect. And I'm not even a collector, even though you see some of these bits behind, it might make me look like a collector. These are just random bits that I've salvaged from childhood, managed to keep along the years, or bits that I've picked up or they're kept from the kids when they sort of grow out of it and thought they're going to come back and appreciate that when they're older. Some of them are worth a fair bit now, as you're aware, if you are into this sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm not a collector. I don't go out my way to look for bits. But if I come across them in the wild, as you say, then I'll pick them up. But I'm trying not to be as much of a hoarder. So everything you see up there will be for sale eventually, if not already. And the bits that I'm picking up, I'm just trying to get them listed quicker, sooner rather than later. So I'm still going to consider myself as a part-time reseller, part-time hoarder, but hopefully less of the hoarding, more of the selling. My son has also got into a little bit of reselling recently. Sarah's still on the fence with it, my wife, but she's asked me for when she gets back from London to have a little box or a bag ready. So I've got that ready. I can show you the bits that I'm going to be giving to Sarah to list for the first little bit of listing that she's going to be doing this year, 2025. But yeah, without further ado, if you are here for the reselling, and if you don't know me, please feel free to stick around. Give us a like if you like. If you don't, give us a thumbs down. I've just seen that my #1 supporter has just entered the chat. So welcome, Lin. Thank you for joining me on this random live. Wasn't going to do it. Very much off the cuff. Sat here for 5, maybe 10, I'd even say 15 minutes contemplating on actually going live. And then I just fell down another rabbit hole and I just started to fall down a rabbit hole. And I thought, no, I've done this for the last hour and a bit. I just got to get this video done. Not that I needed to, I just wanted to. So I can show you these bits because otherwise these are going to be sitting here. No, these are going to be, you'll see these bits that I want to show you in about another 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But yeah, so that's why I thought I'd do it off the cuff. Didn't plan it. This was just so unplanned. I feel knackered. I've been down the horse field this morning. I took Mia to school first. She was hesitant in going in and she wanted to day off and she wanted to come to work with Dad. No. And the only reason she wanted to come to work because she didn't want to go to school, obviously. She wasn't ill or anything. So I took her to school, went down Dee Dee's, done the deeds, and then went in to meet Kev at the studio because we had to do a bit more renovating. We've got some massive changes happening at the studio. We haven't even got, this is me again, I'm meant to be editing the bits for the studio. We haven't even got like the renovation video to the studio when we first got access and got the keys to it. So yeah, we're beyond on that, but we've got a load of stuff happening at the studio. So on my morning off, I went in to meet Kev to get some electrics done, Ethernet cables added Greg's, and now I'm back and I'm chilling until 6 o'clock, and then I've got work from 6 till 9:30 tonight. And I say it like, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like work. It's 3 sessions back to back, 6 till 7, which is self-led. I don't have to do much. 7 till 8, nice session, nice group of people that always turn up every single week, week in, week out, which is cool. And then 8 till 9, and then by the time we finish and pack up, it'll be about 9:30. So it is a late one. I thought if I don't do this now, I'm not going to do it later. Don't want to leave you lot waiting. This might not even be that great, but I think we've got some good little pickups here. Right. Anyway, without further ado, because this is only going to be a short one, ladies and gents. So yeah, if you do want to stick around, check back some of the old videos. But I was in the charity shop on my lunch break, as I am most lunch breaks or any break. If I'm having a break, breath of fresh air, I'll often just wander. And there was a bag of stuff. I think I actually picked up this. I'll show you this first. No, I don't think it was. It's a different day. That was the next day. I'm losing it. I picked up something. Can't remember what it was. It was this. It was this. I see this. This isn't the one I wanted to show you, but I see this, and I thought that looks pretty 80s, 90s or something. I didn't know. It was a guess. It was £1, and I thought, do you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll have a little gander and see what it was. And I thought the date said 2016, but it's not. It's 2018. Skyrocket, all rights reserved. Hasbro, is it? Oh, I don't say that. It says Fabric. How did I read Hasbro from that? Skyrocket. It's not Hasbro. Oh, hay in my eyes. This is for Fabric and Chain. I don't even know if it turns on. It doesn't seem to do anything at the minute, but it's got some sort of a motor in it. Sorry, we're just eating cheese and onion toasty. Nice. Yeah, it sounds good. I've not eaten anything yet other than a Greg's sausage roll. That's all I've had. And I don't normally, so I've been doing that and trying my hardest to continue with the intermittent fasting, which wasn't too much of a change to my lifestyle anyway, but trying to stick with the healthy side of eating because I'm doing it. That is what becomes a bit more difficult. But yeah, I'll pick this up, and I also picked something else up. There was that, and there was something else. I'll leave that for another day because I don't know what it was. But I was donating bits. That's it. I took 3 bags in there. Sarah got out of the cupboard, just random bits that we didn't want to boot, so do anything with. And there was sheets and other miscellaneous items. Because I get so much from there, I thought, it'd be nice to take some bags in there. So I took these bags in there, and there's this bag by the desk. So I picked this up at the same time. There was this bag by the desk at the front. I mean, I've got clips of all this. And I just started going through it. I knew that it hadn't been sorted out because they were sorting out the other bags next to it. But I'm having a little rummage. I can sort of see some electrical stuff, and I see this, and I start having a little look, and it's an old calculator. I've sold many of old calculators back in the day. I don't know if you can see this one too well, but this one, what I noticed about it straight away was the make. It's sharp, and I thought, I've not sold a sharp one. I know sharp's good. Couldn't get it to turn on. It's got the little manual, so I thought, I'm going to get it. I'll have a look. And yeah, I had a conversation with a woman, just asked how much she wanted for it. One of them said £1, and I was like, honestly, she was like, I can't get it to work. I was like, you got to, shouldn't have probably said this, but I was like, you got to start looking at this as it's worth more than just £1, right? Anyway, upselling it before I've even bought it. And yeah, I know some of you resellers will be going, why are you doing this? And there's people in the chats that say, I see it on James. Well, I ain't seen this video yet, I've saved it, but Bold Finds mentions, I've seen his thumbnail, he's obviously getting a bit of stick from people saying that it's the YouTuber's fault. It's not mine. I don't get enough viewers. It's your fault. People with the big followings. But it's not no one's fault on that. I mean, it could bring more awareness to it, but at the same time, I'm out there sharing the love. I'm spreading it. I tell the people that I work with, I tell my friends, I tell my neighbours, I tell anyone, there's money in this stuff. Like, you can all make money in it. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Anyway, yeah, I said to her, look, yeah, I'm interested in that. I said, she goes, well, I'll try and get it working. She goes, if it's working, it'll be worth more. And I'm like, yeah, of course it will. So I thought, I've lost out on that. Anyway, cut a long story short, I had a little eBay and I had a little look via the eBay lens, and it was coming up between 16 and 40 pounds or something along those lines. And I'm obviously I'm not gonna share all the love. So I said to her, look, it could be as high as 16 quid or something. I said, if it's working, I said, but obviously it depends. I said, even in some states, you still get money for it, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, after a little eBay lens, I mean, some people have got them listed. It's a vintage LC 828. No, that's a Casio, so that's not it. Sharp, sorry. Vintage Sharp LC Mate EL852. Is that the one? This is EL401, so that makes a difference straight away. But yeah, they got it listed for like 27.60. But then I went to the sold comps, and then we got one there for 14.99. That's it. It weren't 16. It's 14.99. I don't think you better see that. Yeah, they got some similar looking ones, which are Casio as well. But then I scrolled to the next one, and then you have got the lows of like 12, 14, 8, or whatever it is. Yeah, 850. But yeah, I thought I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to give it a go, especially when she said she only wanted £2 for it. I'm like, are you sure, Teresa? She's like, no, honestly. She goes, we was going to let it go for a quid, or if it could have even ended up in the bin. I'm like, safe. And then I think that whatever I bought out this other thing as well, which is, for those that know, a dictaphone. Again, comes with the manual. It's a Panasonic. It is a voice activated system, Panasonic, made in Japan, VAS, micro cassette recorder. And it is a Panasonic model number RN111. So RN111. Batteries, 2 AA size batteries, 3 volts, DC in, 3 volts out. Matsushita Electric Industrial Co. Limited, made in Japan. Yeah, that comes with a manual and also 3 cassettes. I don't think these have been used. They could have been. They do look like they've got something on them, actually. Not writing, but they're in motion. Let's just say that they've been played, because they're, unless that's how they start, I don't know. I'd like to think they'll be wound one way. 3 Sony cassettes, MC60 Sony cassettes, and then you've got the actual thing. So yeah, I think for these 2 and that, I think if that was on the same time, if not, it was just for these 2. I think it was just these 2. That was £2, and I think they said, or no, yeah, £5. I think it was £7, £7.50. I can't remember, something stupid like that. I think I might have got a hat for 50p or something. I'm sure I did, because I remember saying £7.50. I've said it a lot of times in that shop. For some reason, a lot of stuff I buy, it comes to £7.50. Like I say, their numbers are quite cool. I like them. Mean a little bit to me as well. What are you saying, Tam? Send you my glasses. I fucking need glasses, Lyndon. On it, what it is, it's the hay. We've got some real fine hay. I've started wearing a what do you call it? I don't know what you call it, like a balaclava type thing, you know, like a necky. I started getting one of them because breathing all that shit in all the time, that's not good for no one, honestly. When you see it on a sunny day and you see the sun beaming through and all you see is just dust, you get used to it, you get accustomed to it, you don't notice it until you see it like that, or you see someone else from a little bit of a distance doing what you would be doing on a daily basis, and then it's like fucking every day I'm breathing that shit in. My eyes, not only are my eyes taking like all around it, I can't stop blinking. Like it's literally like I need to use eye wash. It's insane. But yeah, I don't know about this dictaphone, but I'm pretty sure. Did I Google eBay lens it? Yeah, man. You're looking at 40s, 50s quid. That's an Olympus. But for a Panasonic, £28, that's exactly the same. That's not sold comps. That's what's listed. But then they've got like £24 delivery because it's from the States. So yeah, £7. It was either £7 or £7.50 for a Panasonic dictaphone. And a funny story actually with this dictaphone, not this one, but I had one of these when I was a kid, probably about Mason's age, maybe even Mia's age. I was younger than Mason, of course I was. I was probably even younger than Mia is at the minute. Anyway, I was young and I wanted one of these. I'm pretty sure it's because of the Home Alone movies. Obviously, them things went out of stock, like flipping God knows what, and it's like, the old Home Alone 2 dictaphone things. But yeah, this was the next best thing, and or one like this. And I remember getting one. It was a wicked one for the time. I'm sure it was Sony. But it was like one of the top of the range ones. I was well lucky to get it. But I remember sitting in my bedroom with all my mates and that, about 3 or 4 of us, and we're all sitting there thinking we're cool, we're saying words that, like, you shouldn't be saying, and we're just recording it all into this dictaphone. Only for about a month later, for my mum or someone I think my sister found it. She ended up dobbing me in, showed it to my mum, and my mum called me, Dave, and a few others that was involved down on another day. It was always at my gaff or around Warby's. As we got older, we went to Warby's. But when we was younger, it was always sort of around our area, my house. But oh, man, it's so embarrassing. Some of the things you wouldn't even say the things that we were saying in a sentence together. It just didn't make sense. It was just any swear word, anything rude that we could think of, we were saying it, giggling. I'd love to find that cassette. It would be cringe, but it would be funny as fuck. Anyway, so £7 or £7.50. I think that's completely safe, especially just with this one coming out at like 30s to 40s, depending. And if it's not working, I'm going to test it. I will test it. The battery compartments, I think, look shit. That's a fucking bummer. I didn't check that. So that one does. There's slight erosion on there. But I reckon man like Tommy Lee will be able to sort it out if I needed to. But I think I can get it working, just scrape it out. I've got a little screwdriver. I can get in there at some point and give it a little scrape. So that's a job for in a second. But I think my money's still safe. £7. I don't know about this thing. Let's have a little look at this together. I don't know what this is. I do want to check the batteries. Change some batteries. See what it is. I don't know what they sell for. I just thought it looked pretty cool. This is how sad I am now, people. This is how sad I am. I'll probably clean it up and I'll probably stick it up there, only because it's got a bit of yellow in it. You know what I mean? Bell's probably the same. You might even be the same. You find something. You look at the Pac-Man. You've got like Jesse Pinkman. You've got Bart. You've got the little Levi's Wazoo bass geezer. What's his name? Del Boy's van. I don't know what you can see. I was just fucking holding it up like that. It's not very good lighting today. Yes, that's sad. I might keep that for a bit, but I was hoping it was going to be older. It's not old. Skyrocket Grumby's Mojo Blue Interactive Monitor, 12 quid, £8.99, £7.50, £7.99. Let's go to the important solds. £9.99, £7.99, £12, £12.99. They're all recent. So they've got a lot of money there. But £1 is safe, in it. I will have a look at the batteries quick. I'll kind of clean these ones out. I might as well get these ones ready. I'll show you one more thing. I'm going to love you and leave you because it's nearly 3 o'clock. Mia's going to be home soon. I know I'm going to get a call from my dad. So it's only going to be a random quick one just to show you a couple of bits. And also, I wasn't fully aware that I could actually live stream because I've not long gone past the 50 subs on this channel. Oh, batteries look mint. Bit of rust in there, but the batteries are not. Oh, I don't know actually. Yeah, so at least the night works. All I need to do now is get DD the Cob to 50 subs, and then I can live stream on that. It's not too bad. There's a little bit of rust in that in there. That's still going to work. I'll tell you what. I'll show you this. Let's just get this fucking going. I've got some batteries. Yeah, I did live stream on TikTok down at the Lands the other day, down at DD's, and it weren't great. So unless I get a booster pack thing or whatever, she'll see if that old Duracell that they had in there works. I've just put 2 new Duracells in there. Let's see if this one's still got power, because if it has, I don't want to open a Branner's. Which one was that? I'll just put in there. Right. Oh. Does anyone know what these fucking things do? It's just, that one don't work. But if you do find yourself in here and you are a fellow reseller, or not even, but you're into that sort of stuff, check out the eBay links. I think I've got them on the channel. Or if there's anything that you see, obviously I say it all the time, but I've done something. What are you saying, Chris? How was it going? You good? I haven't heard back from my colleague, but I was in this morning and I did tell her to sort of chase it up. So I'll drop you a message after, as soon as I speak to her. I think she's going to give me a shout in a little bit. It might be Dad. These are brand new batteries. The thing is, there's a bit of rust on the springs. I'm pretty sure with a little scrape. It does look like there's been quite a bit of freaking juice spilled out in there. I don't know if you can see, but all the way down here, you can see like a glisten, and it's where the battery acid. Oh, there we go. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Start with fucking Jeebus. There we go. Fook. Right. See, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, if you do ask me fucking 10 years ago, nah, to be fair, if you asked me 10 years ago, do you think that's cool? I said, yeah, same. I wouldn't have admitted it, maybe. I can't get it to work all the time, though. What's going on? Yeah, I think with a little cleanup, I don't want to fuck these batteries. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these out because these are brand new. I don't want to do it. You got rust on already. I'll keep them out. I'm just going to show you this one more pickup, just because I see this, and I don't know if any of you get this. I don't think you would, because if it was my business, if I was a full-time seller, I genuinely don't think I'd have these thoughts as much potential. I don't know. They shake and make a noise. Oh, nice one, Chris. You could have fucking let me see that before it scared the shit out of me. Why didn't I? So I'm no good with the live streams like you. I can't keep up. I often moan at you in my head when you're so far behind on your live streams. But honestly, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I wouldn't be able to do that. I think I could probably manage a duck race commentary for if it's something small like that for a short period of time. Rapid, fast, get it done, get it in and out, boom. I could manage that, but to keep up with chat for over an hour or 2 hours, whatever it is that you go live for, fair play, mate. Fair play to anyone, actually, yeah, because that's what I can do. I cannot do it. That is what 3 people, and I can't even keep up with you lot. Shake and make a noise. Yeah, we got Lin still. Yes, Lin. So you finished your cheese and onion toaster yet? Yeah, mate. The thing is, there's so many things like that don't look like hard work in it, and then people that don't do it, they can't understand how it can be hard work. It's like driving. Driving's a good example. Sarah doesn't drive. I'm the only driver. I keep trying to get to drive. I've bought her a car in the past. She's bought her own car in the past. She's done lessons. Apparently, she might be going down that route again. But I say to her, like, I don't enjoy driving. Some people do, but even if I did it, it's tiring. Like if you do enough hours on the road, it can be tiring. She's like, what do you mean it's tiring? You're sitting down. The concentration, and it's the same with standing up at events when we go to schools and colleges and things that we do out in public. We might not even be doing anything, but if we're on show, even if the person next to us is doing all the talking and we're having a little break or whatever, the whole time you're up there, you're being watched, you're being looked at. So you're almost on show. And even that can be tiring, just standing there. People don't understand it, but it's like, no, I'm glad that you do. Yeah, things like live streams, like you're sitting down at a desk, there'll be a lot of people go, you're sitting on a computer, mate. Fucking no, go fucking drag a lorry up a hill. Do you know what I mean? No, that's each to their own. But no, I know what you mean. It is tiring, exhausting, mentally draining, I bet. Right, so this last little find I want to show you, and this is the point I was trying to make. Went off on a tangent. So maybe I wouldn't get these thoughts if I was a full-time reseller, like I say, and I want to know if anyone is watching this or watches it back, or if they are still watching and they are a reseller, do you get these thoughts? So I see what I'm about to show you. It's hard not to see. It's pretty big. It's about this big. It's in the toy section. They've sorted it all out in the charity shop, my local charity shop, and I sometimes see things like this and I think it's fucking cheap, man. I was like, oh, I could just leave that though, because there'll be a kid out there that's going to really like that and want it. And I've got visions of like a young person coming in with their parent or guardian or whatever, and then go, I want that, and then getting it because it's nice and cheap, and having, absolutely loving it, giving it all the attention it needs as a toy should be used, played with, and all that sort of stuff. And I get that a lot. I'm not even bullshitting. I do get that a lot, which is why I stopped well, and I'm lazy sometimes, but one of the main reasons I stopped getting down and queuing up for the boot sales, because I didn't need to. It wasn't my bread and butter. I didn't need to be in there getting everything early doors, like getting all the good steals. Which is why some of the times when I sell down there, and I know that a lot of us other sellers do, sometimes keep stuff back, which seems mad because you want to get rid of stuff at boot sales, but they know that the resellers are coming. And I don't know if you knew or was aware of this, but there are a lot of local sellers, especially people that do clearances, that are not online sellers. They've been doing this like 20, 30, 40 years or whatever, old school heads. They'll wait until sort of 10 and then they get another batch of stuff out. And I learned from that. And then, yeah, sometimes I do, like I say, but then I'm still in these positions where I still grab bargains, and I've got that one person chatting to me on this shoulder and the other person chatting to me from two different angles. And I'm like, this one's saying, leave it. Someone out there could benefit from that. There's a lot of people struggling. Some little family would really benefit from that. Could be a little birthday present. And I've got this other person on the shoulder going, fucking bun that. If you don't pick it up, Tam's going to be in a minute. He's going to travel down from Scotland. He's going to pick that up. Someone else is going to get it. It's not going to be Tam, obviously. But it'll be somebody. And my mind's telling me, part of me is telling me that it's going to be someone that's just going to make some money out of it. So why not? Why don't I try and do that and make some money out of it? I'm also in need of trying to make some extra money to survive and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? Does anybody else get anything like that where they're sort of, I don't imagine you would as much, if at all, if you are a full-time reseller. If you're not life dependent on it, but if your bills needed paying and the payments coming to pay your bills, is from reselling, and that is your whole bread and butter, full-time income. It's hard to have those sort of thoughts, it's each for their own. But yeah, I see this and I was hesitant. It wasn't until I see the price, I thought, it's £3. It's £3. It looked broken. This bit was sellotaped on the back. And see if you know what it is just from this. You might recognise that little symbol. I do. I didn't really play with these as a kid, but I did have a couple in the collection, or bought for me for birthdays and that was in a toy box. It is a big F1 car, Action Man, and it is bloody pretty big. You can see how big it is. £3, and this isn't broke. The bit that's sellotaped on, I'll clip it on. There's some little bits there to clip it onto, as does the front. It might be missing some bits. I think it's missing like I've not really looked into it. I know that opens, but it might be missing like a shield or of some sort. £3, I believe. After I I don't use Google. Oh shit, it's your dad. Miss Call. I told you I couldn't be long. I'm pretty sure. Let me just get out of this picture. I screenshotted some comps. Don't think I did. Oh, did we? No. Don't think I did. But it's an Action Man F1 car, which is huge. I'm pretty sure when fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm searching. I'm sure it's a £50 car. I'm sure it's over 50 quid. Gave up driving 2020. So many Mad Maxes, mate. You know what? That's something I don't do. I don't get road rage anymore. I get annoyed. Don't get me wrong. But the amount of times. What was I saying? Road rage. Yeah, no, it's I've got a message from my dad quick. Send my mum. It's meant to text him. Yeah, the amount of times my old man or my stepdads and other people, but recently they've both been chased around the local streets by some lunatic in a motor because they got road rage, or they both got road rage. But if they hadn't have reacted the way that they did initially, would the person be chasing them? Could be. They could have, but it is bullshit. Some of that was like, you fucking done something. You stuck your finger out. You gave me. It's fucking well. You could say I cut him up a little bit, but it's a small roundabout. Where I was like, well, what did you do after you come up? I fucking bibbed. So I bibbed back and stuck my finger up. I'm like, there you go, just fucking ignore it, man. I've seen people one person once. I think I told this on someone's live stream. I was seeing him whip out an axe, just from a little bit of road rage. Nothing happened, thankfully, but like to witness someone reaching for an axe out their car side door, small one, granted, but still insane. And that was at a roundabout as well. It was in Luton, so it was maybe to be expected. I don't know. Let me take this tape off. I was going to Google eBay lens it, wouldn't it? If I fucking say Google lens one more time, it's not. I've got nothing against it. I just don't use it. I use eBay. Jeez, that's why they didn't put it in, because they probably thought they was going to break it. There we go, look. That's all put together. £3. Yeah, I bet you can't sleep after, because your eyes are wired after, aren't they? You feel like being on VR, I suppose, for a long period of time. It's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, cheers. What's he saying? Right, let me just quickly see this, just to give you the update of how much this one could be. Hasbro Action Man figure Grand Prix racing car vintage. So it's one listed for 25, one listed for 29.99. It's one listed. No, that's not the same. Let's go to solds. That's the most important thing. I think you can set it up so when you search, it automatically brings up solds. Oh shit. That's not as good. £8.99, £19.99, £8.99, 150 quid, but that is a 1 in 10 scale Ferrari pre-owned, and that's an RC, so it's not even the same thing. Action Man one, £8.99, that's pretty shit. £3 is still it's still money safe, I think. Is it missing anything? It's not missing a shield. It says rare Action Man Grand Prix F1 racing car with realistic sounds. Electronic. I don't know if that works. Would you class that as working? Oh. Come on, fucking ladies and gents. Have a look. Turn it off. Well, we've got it fully working because it sounds like that until you push it. Obviously, then you push it across the floor and it changes the sound and all that stuff. But yeah, while I'm going to carry on cleaning this before my dad gets round, and then I've got to get ready for work and stuff. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Oh, fuck me. Look at that. That's cool. Produced by Sharp Corporation Japan. Look how cool that back of that. Oh, how'd you do it? There we go. That's pretty sick, isn't it? It's got like a whole little plate. Look. Mental. I'm going to give all this a little clean up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. It's Wobbly Wednesday. The reason we say Wobbly Wednesday, just from work and stuff, we found that during our week aways with our people in our workshops and that, Wednesdays and stuff used to be the hump day for the week. So once you got over that Wobbly Wednesday, and on these Wednesdays, most people wanted to go home. There's a lot of tears, there's a lot of crying, and it's the same during the week. You get to that point, it's like, you're not halfway through, but you are almost, and it's like getting over that hump day. I don't know, you might not get affected by it, but you might find that actually when it gets to this sort of part of the week, you do feel a little bit like, But then all of a sudden you get that lift and you realise how close we are to the weekend. And if you're like me and you do have to work every other, then sometimes it's not that weekend feeling, but still, everyone wants to be somewhere yesterday. That's true. It's fucking nightmare, man. London, Cambridge, Bedford, they're all becoming a nightmare to drive around. London's always been a nightmare. So day job, Chris. Day job for the last 8 years. It's coming up to, nearly 9 years. For the last 8 years, I've been doing this. It's so hard to put a title to it. So when I fill out these forms and I get asked to fill out forms and stuff, it's very difficult because it's a bit easier nowadays because I could just say I'm a bungee instructor, a bungee fitness instructor / youth worker or something like that. It's quite easy. Whereas 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and 4 or 5, when I first joined, I was a facilitator, youth worker / staff recruitment. So I'd get all the staff to help us run and work these workshops / programs that we used to deliver. We used to take like 1,200 plus people away each summer, and then we had about 120, 130 plus seasonal staff that myself and my colleague would have to recruit for. So we'd have to do all the vetting, interviews, training, all that sort of stuff, assessment days, as well as work on those workshops and those programs. So we was like staff within those as well, so they sort of worked within the teams that we was working within, and then we still do all that sort of stuff, just on a smaller scale. But we go into schools, colleges, universities, places of work, and then in the last year, so it's just been over a year. In the last year, we have been lucky enough to invest some of the money that we earned from previous work into the studio, the Bungee Studio, which is a space that we're trying to create for families, people that are thinking about fitness, staying active, but also for physiotherapy side of things and mobility, as well as fun and feeling empowered. So Bungee Fitness, you've just got to check the TikToks, man. Like, you've got to look at those. But the Bungee Fitness is just one element of what we do there. We do virtual reality gaming now. We have done for a little while. Sensory stay, sway, and sensory sway, stay, and play sessions, which we've got a massive update coming to the studio in the next couple of weeks. You'll see some renovation videos on that. But yeah, meditation sessions, crystal sound baths. They do Zumba there. Pole fitness was being taught there. I don't have anything to do with any of the other bits. Some of the organisations or the companies that do them bits are sort of under our umbrella, if you like, but others are just renting the space. So we also offer the space, the studio, to be hired, birthday parties, group bookings, work occasions. But it's a year, man. It's a growing business. We've had our little team, and we've had the counselling company that I work for has been going for many, many years. And I'm probably one of the latest to join, to be fair, that are working at the minute, along with Rusky. But yeah, this studio side of it, it's brand new. And we done this just because we couldn't just keep putting all our eggs in one basket. We see a lot of companies, a lot of businesses, a lot of organisations go down or get forgotten about or get dropped. It's too easy before, during, and after lockdown that were very similar to us. So we just thought we just cannot keep on doing what we're doing without having a little backup. And although the studio wouldn't pay the 9 people's wages that work for us, the other bits that we're doing do. The studio pays for itself. It could pay one person's wage, I reckon. And for a new business in a time that we're in, I think we're doing really, really well. I think our stats, it hasn't always been this good. And obviously it's January, so you have a lot of people that want to get fit and stay active, and you get a lot more hype, don't you, for anything fitness related. But I won't show you too much because obviously it's not mine to show, really, all mine to show. So analytics, if I go to the studio, boom, fucking nice. So if you look at them sales, it's, oh, fuck's sake, I know I'd press on something. I don't want to open it. Basically, everything's in the green. It's all in the green, which is good. We've got site sessions, they're up 88%. Total sales are up 44%. Bookings are up 48%. New subscriptions are up 117%. It just goes up. Whereas before the new year, obviously we're getting to the periods where people are not doing workout and fitness stuff as much. We're sort of seeing some reds, but now if we go back to an overview, yeah, it's just sick, man. It's good. I'm so lucky. And the thing is, there's times where I think, oh, fucking hell, I've got to do that again. But the Bungee Fitness, I've had so many members and customers say on a regular basis, I've never stuck at anything as long as this. This is such a fun way to stay active. I don't feel like I'm working out, although I do feel it that later that day, potentially, or the next day, but in a good way. When we're doing it, obviously you get sweaty, you get hot and all that sort of stuff, but you're always laughing, smiling. You feel like a superhuman. We call them super muscles, the bungees that we put on. So it will go like from a pivot point, and it comes down onto like these 2 bunny ears that come up at the back, and they're on your harness. So you're putting all of your weight into this harness essentially. So it can be quite uncomfortable to begin with. New sensations, we're trained to say. But when you start becoming confident with it, and the more you become confident, the more creative you can get, the more crazy you get, the more dangerous it becomes. But yeah, you can perform tricks and feats that you just wouldn't be able to do. I've invited many people down from this reselling community or from the YouTube community. If anyone's watching and they're local-ish, or even if you're not local, if you're ever on a trip passing through, even if you're not on a trip passing through and you want to make a trip to suit this offer, I don't give a shit. You are welcome to come in and have a little taster session. Obviously, I can only offer it out to a selected few people because I'll get sacked. We need to make money, not lose money. But if you are ever in the area and you've seen this message, or you know of me, or you're part of the community, or drop us a message. If we can get you in, we'll get you in. If we can't get you in on that exact time, or if it's too last minute, we'll book you in for the very next day or later. I'll make it happen. I want to get as many people, especially content creators, because obviously it's going to do good for our business if we can share it and let other people share their actual experience rather than what we say it is. It can't be actual people talking about their own experiences. So yeah, if you're ever interested, with the virtual reality, we can have a little mashup. We can give you a little bit of bungee. We can give you a little bit of virtual reality gaming. We can give you a little bit of mindfulness meditation sessions. I can't tell you about it. Yeah, basically, there's a guy there now. That's why I had to go there this morning. Seamus. He's flown over. It's costing us a lot of money, to be fair, but we're getting a fully immersive, interactive floor being fitted. The floor's staying exactly the same as it is, but the projectors they're fitting, there's going to be 4 projectors and they're going to link down onto the floor, and there's going to be 4 quarters to the floor. You can have it all as one image if you like, but it's going to be 4 quarters to the floor, and each quarter you can have a different game going on. So it could be pull foot or foot pull, whatever they call it, but it's basically a pool table, but you use your feet to kick the balls that are not there. It's just a projection of light on the floor, and it's interactive and they move. There's all sorts of games. And we got that, so we apply for funding. We are heavily dependent on sort of funding and sort of applying for funding and getting part funding and contracts with other people, other charities and stuff, because we're a CIC. So it is a bit difficult, and we have to be sort of efficient and always on the lookout for new opportunities and projects for us to sort of like get involved with, because if we didn't, then we just wouldn't be able to succeed or survive doing what we're doing, especially with all the changes that the government have brought in. It's fucking up a lot of people, a lot of companies. It kept me going now, Chris, for a lot longer, but we've got 2 new people in the chat. So yeah, thank you though. If you want to know more, mate, get me on your podcast and I'll tell you all about me and my shenanigans. I'd love to do that. I'd love to go on a podcast where you've got someone that actually can control the conversation. I feel like you're pretty intuitive and good at the facilitating of conversations, which is why I would never run sessions at work. I do, but I'd never choose to run sessions on my own, because I often like working with other people, because they can either tell me to just wind it in or it's good to go back and forth and just know when to stop and have different bits to breathe and think about, the next part of whatever. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, man, get me on your podcast. I'll tell you more. But no, if anyone is in the area, Bedfordshire, if you're based in Hertfordshire, you could be based in the other side of the UK. It's not, we're close to London, we're close to Milton Keynes, we're close to Cambridge, close to Bedford, close to Luton, close to, mate, to be honest, fucking took us 7 hours to get to Scotland. Tam, got no excuse. And Chris, I go to Wales all the time. So, you know what I mean? If you are ever in the area, there's a nice little hotel, Wetherspoons, across the road. Don't know if it's nice, but it might be. There's plenty of other places to stay. Or if you wanted to hire the studio, I'm sure we could set up some of the hammocks. You could have your very own sleepover, but I'm not facilitating that and I won't be working that. Although it would be fun. That would be pretty fun. But no, anyway, I'm going to clean these up. My dad's probably in there waiting. He's probably got bored. But thank you to you 5 lunatics, whoever you are. If you didn't see some of these items that I've picked up and you might be interested, I'm going to test them first. I want to get this one working. If we get that working, it could be like 20, 30 quid, even 40. This dictaphone, I reckon we're going to be getting about 20 to 30, maybe even 40 if it's fucking, A-okay. But if it's not, it's probably going to be dead weight. It could be a loss. But yeah, hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope you enjoy the rest of this week. If I don't see you before, have a great weekend. But I'm sure I'll be on again, or at least have a video up. So if you do see videos and that and you want to watch them, yeah, I'd love to see you in the comments. But if not, man, yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. On the thrift up, look sharp, motherfuckers. Remember, if you like horses, I know you do, Lyndon, but if you do like horses, check out DD the Cob. Also got Maximus and Co channel. If you like drones and stuff, my younger brother's just released all his stuff, or starting to release some of his bits onto TikTok mainly, but he's also got his YouTube, Chill FPV. There's a lot of channels out there like that. Let me just double check. Chill FPV. I think it is. Did I get it right? Fuck. I can't find it. Anyway, it don't matter. But yeah, Didi the Cob. It'll be on one of them. Yeah, it is Chill FPV. And he's done some amazing drone bits. But he has got some drone shots actually, and you might like from down at Didi's. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Let's have a little see. Sounds like you really enjoyed the job. Mate, I do. The thing is, Chris, what I like about it is it's a lot of variety with my ADHD and that, and the way my mind works. I can't be stuck in a job for too long, which is why I don't think I could ever fully commit to full time. I'd like to dabble in and out of bits, and this job that I've got at the minute, I don't know if I'll ever find a job where it will offer me that much variety within, whether that's team leading as a mentor, youth work, half-term holiday clubs, boxercise sessions, mental health and wellbeing sessions, budgeting, employability, problem solving stuff, office-based stuff where I have to sit at a desk. So I do get a dose of that. Printing now, and we've got some printing stuff going on, which I used to do like 15 years ago. Again, I could go on all day, but anyway, I kept you long enough. Thank you so much. I do love you all. I really appreciate you tuning in on this random live stream. And yeah, Chris, if you do, I know you do the pods. Yeah, get me on, man. I really enjoy that. If you're up for it, don't feel like you have to just because I've asked. How the fuck do you know that, Lyndon? Oh, isn't it? I've stopped counting my age. Don't tell me. I don't. Do you know what? If you ask me, I'd have to think about it. I'd have to probably ask Sarah. Stop counting your ages. I'm not just, look, I don't know whether it's 100% true, but what is the point? A wise man did say once, like, the minute you stop counting your birthdays and your age, you'll stop counting years, and you'll stop counting months and weeks and hours and all that stuff. And before you know it, you'll start to feel younger, look younger. And I don't know. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's facts. But at the same time, why does it matter? Why do you feel the need? Why do we feel the need to celebrate each time we get a year older? It's a fucking level in this game. Someone's put the age things on it. It's like, we wouldn't know age, would we? Do you know what I mean? These years, hours, who made this shit up? That's enough waffling. That's enough conspiracy. I will love you and leave you. And yes, thank you very much. It is me. It's not my, it's the date, rough dates that I was born, the same day. It's weird, though, because it's never going to be the birth date. It's just a reminder of the day that you was born. Okay, that makes sense to me. Anyway, love you. One love. Stay blessed, and I'll see you on the flip side.